Good just about afternoon, and welcome to our science lesson for today, which is about the Richmond birdwing vine. So I'm going to start by running through a slideshow with you. This is the Richmond birdwing butterfly. This is the Richmond birdwing vine. Here is the Dutchman's pipe vine. The flower of Dutchman's pipe vine. I want you to pause the video and take a few minutes to read through that information for me. Off you go.
The Richmond birdwing butterfly. The Richmond birdwing butterfly is a butterfly that was once common in southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. At present, its habitat is so severely restricted it is considered vulnerable and is therefore the subject of a conservation program. The male of the species has beautiful velvety green and black wings with a wingspan of about 11 centimetres. The underside of its body is bright yellow and has a splash of red on its thorax. The female is larger with dark grey, white and yellow spots. It also has a yellow body with a splash of red on its thorax. The term vulnerable animal means that the animal is becoming increasingly rare or scarce, with its habitat severely restricted. The females lay between 60 and 100 eggs on one particular vine called the Richmond birdwing vine. The eggs take about 10 to 13 days to hatch. The baby caterpillar's first meal is its egg casing. At first the caterpillar is black, but changes colour as it grows and sheds its skin. Each time it sheds is called an instar, and can have up to as many as 6 instar stages. The more instar stages the caterpillar goes through, the bigger it will be. Each time the caterpillar goes through an instar stage, its colour will change. Colours can vary from pale grey to black, and caterpillars have soft, fleshy spines along their back. The central pair are bright yellow. The larger of the caterpillar's spines are tipped with an orange-red colour. Once fully grown, the larva finds a safe area to pupate. It can travel long distances away from this birdwing vine so that it does not get eaten by caterpillars. It first attaches itself to the underside of a leaf, then spins a silk girdle. The larva then shrinks to become a grey-brown pre-pupa. The skin then splits up about 2 days later and the pupa, now green, pulls free and reattaches itself to the leaf. The pupa remains very still as the butterfly develops inside for about 28 days. The adult usually emerges in spring. It takes about 2 months for the butterfly to develop from the eggs stage. This is a concept map of the life cycle of a Richmond birdwing butterfly. We have the eggs, larva, pupa, and then the adult butterfly. The Richmond birdwing butterfly population is divided into 2 distinct groups in southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. It has become vulnerable because of several factors deriving from both natural causes and human activity. The need for more farming land in the past led to a significant destruction of the Richmond birdwing habitat. Recently, land clearing has been due more to the demand for land for housing development. Ignorance about the Richmond birdwing vine has it being perceived as a weed and a threat to the health of trees, and has resulted in the vine's removal by landowners. In the 1900s, the nursery industry introduced a vine called the Dutchman's pipe vine to the community, to buy for planting in their gardens. It has large colourful flowers and grows in the same habitat as the native Richmond birdwing vine. The Richmond birdwing vine produces pheromones, and as a result the female butterfly lays her eggs on the vine. She uses receptors on her feet to locate the vine and test it before laying her eggs. However, the female butterfly is confused by the Dutchman's pipevine and is tricked into laying her eggs on it instead. Unfortunately, the leaves of the Dutchman's pipevine are toxic and devastating to the Richmond birdwing larvae, causing the death of all caterpillars before the third instar from poisoning. Drought causes the Richmond birdwing vine to slow down its growth and as a result does not produce the soft leaves that the newly hatched caterpillars require. Because moisture lacks in the air, pupae dry out in their casings, causing them to die. Prolonged drought from 1998 to 2009 has severely affected the population numbers. Climate change also affects the ability of the butterfly to find sufficient food plants for nectar to feed on, and sufficient vines to lay their eggs on. Through the life cycle of the butterfly, different animals interact with it during the different stages. During the egg stage, ants, long-legged red mites, and soldier beetles attack the eggs. During the larval stage, ants, soldier beetles, and assassin bugs attack and eat the caterpillars. During the pupal stage, wasps, noisy pitta, and pied currawong birds capture and eat the caterpillars. The vine is now considered a weed and no longer sold in nurseries, but the vine continues to grow in southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales habitat of the butterfly. Now let's create a concept map of the Richmond birdwing butterfly life cycle with positive and negative factors which impact on it. To create a concept map of the relationships which affect the stages of the life cycle of the Richmond birdwing butterfly, we start with the life cycle diagram. Here we have all of the stages: eggs, larva, pupa, adult butterfly. First, let's think of some positive relationships, maybe from the adult butterfly stage. The relationship between the butterfly and the Richmond birdwing vine is a positive one. Let's make that green. The butterfly eggs are laid on the vine. That's a relationship with the vine. The eggs turn into larvae. The larvae eats leaves and develops into pupae. The life cycle carries on and more eggs are laid. Now let's think of a negative relationship. The relationship between the butterfly and the Dutchman's pipevine is a negative one. Let's make that red. The butterfly lays its eggs on the Dutchman's pipevine. The eggs turn into larvae. The larvae eat the toxic vine leaves and die. Add these relationships to your own life cycle concept map. Then add any other factors that you can think of.
Okay, now you've got a worksheet about the Richmond birdwing butterfly, and it's to do with the concept map and the life cycle. So complete the table below. List some of the factors that could affect the different stages of the Richmond birdwing butterfly life cycle. Explain how these factors might assist or hinder. Hinder means hinder's a bad thing, so it means that it's preventing good things from happening, if that makes sense. So for example, there's one there for you. Life cycle of the butterfly at the adult phase. A factor that might affect the life cycle is the Dutchman's pipe vine looks like a native vine. So how factor assists or hinders survival? Butterflies lay eggs on the toxic vine. So do you reckon that's assisting or is it doing something bad? Yep, it's definitely assisting their survival. Okay? So I want you to you can add to that one as well. You can rewind and watch the video. Just add to that table there. Off you go. Then complete the concept map of the Richmond butterfly using the life cycle. So use the table on the previous page to help create a concept map. All right. So at each stage of the life cycle, all the relationships that help the survival you would do in green, and all the relationships that hinder you would do in red. So basically taking these and turning it into a concept map, and you can do that here on this page. So you add in the life cycle phases, and then off that you get all of your ideas from here and branch them off that. And you do it in either red or green. Good colours, eh? Rabbitoh's colours. Do it in red or green based on whether they're good or bad for the animal. So pause the video and do that concept map now. Now the last one. How could you use your understanding of the life cycle and factors that affect the Richmond birdwing butterfly to help this endangered animal? So what could we do to help this endangered animal? You've got lots of space here, so make it nice and detailed, okay? And that is your work for today. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try and upload some videos this afternoon.